Next part, we will start with the structure and function of proteins. A protein, you know, that is called building block of the body, and this is the most abundant macromolecules present in our body. So let's start with proteins. So all we know that proteins are the most abundant macromolecules in our cytoplasmic composition. Proteins are most abundant cytoplasmic macromolecules of the, or we can simply say it is the most abundant cytoplasmic macromolecules. And what are proteins? Proteins are called polymer of amino acids, or we can say proteins are heteropolymer of amino acids, because one protein molecules contains large number of amino acids, and all the amino acids are of different structure, different type. So basically proteins are always a kind of heteropolymer of amino acids. So better to say polymers, or they are a kind of heteropolymers. So in the very first part, we have to discuss about what are the amino acids and how can we classify the different type of amino acids. So what are amino acids? Amino acids are basic monomer of proteins, and if we talk about the structure of amino acid, it includes of alpha carbon atom attached with carboxylic acid, a group of ammonia NH2, H, and this is called R. This R is the part of side chain. So all the amino acids must have these three common structure, common attachment, that is ammonia, hydrogen and carboxylic acid. And there is R group, also called side chain, attached with this carbon atom. This carbon is also called alpha central carbon atom, and that is attached with four different constituents, four different attachments, that is ammonia, hydrogen, carboxylic acid, and a variable side chain, that is called R group. As we know that if someone asks you how many possible type of amino acids can be there in our body, so if we talk about types of amino acids, basically in our body approximately there are 200 different kinds of amino acids. 200. How many? It's 200, in which we can divide that 200 into fractions like 20 and 180. What is that? As we know that if we talk about, if you have the idea of genetics, DNA forms RNA and RNA forms peptides or proteins. So all the amino acids are not involved in the formation of proteins. In our body only 20 amino acids are present that involved in the formation of protein molecules. In that way, 20 are called, in that way 20 are called proteinous amino acids. They are called proteinous amino acid, and 180 are called non-proteinous amino acid. It's not the exact number, it's the approximate number, nearly 180. So in our body there are only 20 amino acids that are involved in the formation of protein or peptide molecules. Most of the amino acids are not involved in the formation of peptide molecules. For example, if we talk about some amino acids involved in the urea cycle, urea cycle, ornithine cycle that happens in our liver cells. For example, a few examples like ornithine, citrulline. These are also a kind of amino acids, but it is not involved directly in the formation of protein molecules. It's a kind of amino acids involved in the synthesis of urea. So we are not concerned here with the non-proteinous amino acids. We will discuss about what are the proteinous amino acids only. So first of all, let's discuss about what are the different kinds of amino acids and how it is different from each other. I told you earlier, all the amino acids are similar in three attachments, that is NH2, hydrogen and carboxylic acid, but they differ only in the side chain. For example, if we talk about simplest amino acid, that is a part of our only proteinous amino acids. For example, CCOH, NH2, hydrogen, and this, if this R is equal to H only, attachment of R is equal to H only. This is the most simplest kind of amino acid, and this is called glycine. This is called glycine, and it is the only amino acids that contains a chiral carbon atom. Alpha carbon atom is achiral. It means, what is chiral? A chiral, if a carbon contains all the attachments that are different, this alpha central carbon atom is attached with 4 different kind of molecules like A, B, C, D. So this carbon is called chiral carbon, and if even a single part is not, or we can say if the two molecules are similar, hydrogen and hydrogen, so this is not a chiral carbon, this is called a chiral carbon atom. This is the only amino acids which contains a chiral carbon atom, that is its alpha central carbon atom. Now if we talk about another kind of amino acids like CCOH, NH2, H, and here R is equal to CS3. Now the group is changed, R group is changed now, it is CS3, and this is called alanine. Another kind of amino acid that is called alanine. Glycine, alanine. Now see, this carbon is attached with 4 different kinds of molecules. It is carboxylic acid, hydrogen, ammonia and CS3, and hence they are called, this carbon is called chiral carbon atom. Now see the third one, CCOH, NH2, H, and if R is equal to CH2OH. So this carbon atom is attached with alcohol group also. This is called, this compound is called serine. This compound is called serine, or we can say it's a alcohol containing amino acid, because this carbon is attached with CH2OH. OH is here. So we can say serine is an example of alcohol containing amino acid. So till now we have discussed about 3 different kind of amino acids, that is glycine, alanine and serine. Now if we talk about some another kind of amino acids like CCOH, NH2, H and CH2 COOH. Here the R is equal to this complete group. This compound is called aspartic acid. This if another one is like this, COH, NH2, H, CH2 and COOH. This compound is called glutamic acid. That is another kind of amino acids. So there are different kinds of amino acids depending upon the attachment of R group. For example, if we talk about CCOH, NH2, H and here is R is equal to some, let us assume some aromatic group. For example, we talk about tyrosine, phenylalanine. These are called aromatic group containing amino acids because the R is attached with some kind of aromatic group. That will be different in tyrosine and phenylalanine, but we can say tyrosine and phenylalanine are aromatic group containing amino acids. For example, some another kind of amino acid here, CCOH, NH2, H, and if R is equal to heterocyclic group, so this compound is called heterocyclic group containing amino acid, and the example is tryptophan, histidine. So this compound is called heterocyclic, this amino acid is called heterocyclic group containing amino acids. So there are different, if we talk about 20 different kind of amino acids, proteinous amino acids, that must have different R group. Some contains alcohol in the side chain, some contains acid in the side chain, some contains aromatic ring in the side chain like this, tyrosine and phenylalanine, and some contains some heterocyclic group like tryptophan and histidine. If glycine is an example of simplest amino acid, in that sense we can say tryptophan is the most complex amino acid. It's called most complex amino acid. So that is different kinds of amino acids. By the way, if we talk about the book NCERT, in the NCERT book only 3 kind of amino acids is mentioned, that is glycine, serine and alanine. But you have to remember all these kind of amino acids also, because in previous examination question is asked from that area, simplest one, most complex one, which of the following amino acids are simplest, complex or chiral and achiral amino acids also. So you must remember all these structure. Now if you talk about classification of amino acids on the various bases, like essential amino acids, non-essential amino acids, on the basis of the chemical nature, that may be neutral amino acids, basic amino acids or acidic amino acids. So let's start with the classification of amino acids on the basis of essential and non-essential proteinous amino acids.